is a little bit different because I'm doing it on stream. But welcome to another CSGO Market Watch. I know some of y'all guys been waiting a bit for this. So I'm here and I'm gonna bring you the newest informations and all that about the shadow webs, the agents, a bunch of other cases, and just certain market trends and my analysis on these certain things. So without a further ado, without a further move, if you were watching this on YouTube, because currently this is on Twitch. If you're watching on this Twitch, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs. Follow me on Twitch, by the way. It will be in the description. But if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because the rap attack, rap gang movement is up in this bitch. And we ain't stopping. But without a further ado, let me get to the damn video, which is Market Watch, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be starting here with the shattered web cases. Now, every single Market Watch, I probably have this case on the list of what I need to take a look at and see how the price is moving and ranging between different, places. Yeah, it's been quite a bit before I drop the Market Watch. So we started at the shattered web case container series number 277. Yes, sir. Now, this was one of the newest cases that actually came out from, Operation Shattered Web. Yeah, this shit came from Operation Shattered Web, which is the newest operation for CSGO. It is now over. It is not a thing anymore, but they left us with this case. A lot of people say it's discontinued. I don't think we've seen the drop yet. Let me know if somebody has gotten this from a drop ever since the Prisma Tool drop, because I want to know. Anyway, let's just get into it. I've been talking a lot of mumbo jumbo, but the shadow web case has finally touched the $2 mark that I was talking about in my previous Market Watch videos. Those will be as well as the timestamp right here or up here, you know what I'm saying? But these mother freaking shadow web cases have hit 200. What am I saying? These shadow web cases have hit $2 point. They've actually made it much quicker than I'd expect these to actually reach that $2 mark. I was predicting more of early summer type scenario, so that would be like next month, but they actually took off a month earlier than I thought. But I wasn't too far off, and I did say that it was a good short to midterm kind of investment. Looking at it right now, I think it still is a good short to midterm investment. As you see, it hit 207 mark May 11th, so 2 days ago. It hit the peak of shadow web, and it hit the peak of where the shadow webs hit the peak of the shadow web, and then it went down right back to 190, maybe dropping 10-20 cents, and boom, 180. Now from here we see it going up again, so that's just gonna be like a rebound type thing. It's gonna go back up, but how much up, we're not sure yet. I don't think it's gonna drastically go up now, since it has hit the $2 point. Ever since May started, it just started going up and up, and as you see, the quantity of the case has gone down and down, now at 66k. So once it's at 50k point, I think it will pass maybe the $2 point again, and it will probably spike up really hard. But for now, I'd probably wait just a bit to see if it does go down, and if it does, that's when I pick these up to invest in. But if not, I just give it some time, because this is the most recent spike, and usually most recent spike won't be the highest of highs of all time, right? So just be patient, ladies and gentlemen, and wait for these to go above the $2 mark if you're trying to invest now, or if you already invested in these before, you could also just wait it out and see if it could go higher. But I wouldn't get greedy. If I were one of you guys who invested at like $1, I'd sell them right now, or once they hit the $2 mark, I'd be on that, selling out for easy dollar per case profit, which is crazy. So yeah, that has been the shattered web case. A brilliant case to invest into, especially with all the people coming to CSGO and all this stuff. This was like the perfect case for them to actually drop, and I'm pretty sure discontinue. If it's not discontinued, let me know in the comments below again. But yes sir, this has been a great case to invest into. Just be careful. Make sure you come to the market with an open mind. I don't want anybody taking what I'm saying and then using it and actually losing money. This whole market is basically like a stock market, so you have to be intuitive yourself. But I provide my own analytics, my own opinions on these type of things and what I foresee these prices to be going. So you can take my word for it, or you can just watch and see what I have to say. But without further ado, that has been the Shadow Web case. Moving on to the number 2. That is the Operation Breakout Weapon Case Container Series 18. Okay, we haven't seen this one in a little bit of time now, ladies and gentlemen. Operation Breakout Weapon Case. Now there's like 100,000 of these for sale, so there's more of these for sale than there is the Shadow Web cases, which is kind of spooky. But anyway, back to the point. You see right here, yes sir, they have almost hit the $1 mark. $1. Anybody say $1? Hey, I was predicting these Operation Breakout cases to also go up $1, but what can I say? Jeez, they almost had $1. They've been going up and up and up. A lot of things actually since like the start of May have just been going up and up and up, and that's something I have noticed. Even though I have took a little break and I haven't posted one of these market watch videos for like a week or two, I still have been skimming the markets. I've been looking at certain things and doing my own personal analysis on certain things like these Operation Breakout cases, and that's why I include them in the video, by the way. Yeah, but anyway, back to the point. These mother chicken shuckers has been going up. Like shit, they might almost hit the $1 mark very soon, shortly. So as we see, progression. I'd invest in these as soon as possible before they're $1, because I have a feeling that they're gonna go above $1, and this summer these breakout cases are gonna be on the rise. But without further ado, that has been the Operation Breakout Weapon case. Moving on to the next one right here is Operation Phoenix Weapon case. Now this is personally my favorite weapon case in the whole game. Container series number 11. And while this one might only be 69 cents or 70 cents, as you can see here, we still do see a progression, an uptrend in the price and the value right here. And what I personally think of the Phoenix case is, well, you can see here the quantity is actually lower than the Breakout case. I think the Operation Phoenix case is going to be next up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be running up next up right near the Operation Breakout case. It's going to hit that $1 point soon, and I think a lot sooner than people expected. Probably be by next month or like the start of summer. This thing is going to be at $1. Now remember, I said that shit. This Operation Phoenix is going to go up. Looking at the monthly or the lifetime, shall we could even see the influx right here. 30 at October, okay. 40, 50 by the new year, okay. And we at 60 or 70 by spring. And my personal analysis, I think this is gonna hit $1. So Operation Phoenix, good investment. I think you guys should invest into it if you have the funds necessary to make yourself a decision. Either you want to invest in Phoenix or Breakout or even Shadow Web. They're all along the same kind of price range. Shadow Web being $2 now. What's it called? Breakout being $1, and then Phoenix being almost $1. But personally, I think the Operation Phoenix is going to be $1 soon, and is going to be a good mid to short-term investment, just like the Shadow Web case. Moving on here, we got the Prisma Tool, the newest case. I think I said the Shadow Web was the newest case or something, but I don't think I meant that. I just meant to say it's the newest operation with the case coming from it. But the Prisma Tool is actually the newest case in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So taking a look at this bad boy, I think for the second time now, container series number 303, the newest thing on the block, but this has been on the drop. Now, as we see here, the quantity already above 100k. I remember when the quantity was only 10k and it was slowly going up from drops and drops. But obviously with these type of cases that are limited to drops, at a certain point they get overstocked in quantity and stuff because they get dropped a lot. And some people, you know, don't want to sell them or whatever endeavor. More of these are just gonna drop than there is gonna be sold. So I take that back. But anyway, these Prisma tools are the newest thing on the motherfucking block, and the price, hey man, it's been looking pretty shabby. Because we take a look at the lifetime graph, these things I remember started at like $2 something. People were buying these just to try to make like videos of me opening the new case, oh blah blah blah, this and that. Hey, even I did some of that. You know what I'm saying? I bought these at like $2 at that, but that wasn't as in purpose in investment. That was as a purpose of just opening the brand new case. But these, ever since that $2 mark, have been going down and down and down and down and down and down every single day until just recently, a day ago, they hit under that dollar mark. So I think they're gonna keep going down if they keep dropping at a high rate, but we'll honestly have to see. I think it will float around this dollar-ish mark for a little bit. Me seeing these things going up is highly unlikely unless it was long term. So then again, this Prisma tool would only be a good investment if you're either shorting it, which means buying it at a lower. So as you see here, never mind, the listing was gone, but there was a listing for like 80 cents, right? Say you get it for 80 cents and then the price is about $1, you know what I'm saying, and it goes back up to $1, but you get a sell at 86. You can actually short it and make very minimal profit. A lot of people do this, and that is the reason a lot of stuff gets bearish, which is a term used in the stock market when stuff is going downhill. But without a further move, this Prisma 2 case, I don't think it's a good investment. I probably say it every time, unless you're trying to short it, or in the long term, if you're trying to wait a little bit, see what's going on with the whole market behind the Prisma 2, and then make your decision, then that works as well. But currently, midterm, short term, any close term relations towards the Prisma 2 case, I find not good. And that's just a Prisma 2 case. It's a newest case. Of course, it's gonna get shit on, but it's probably gonna take a lot to either go up, go back up. And moving on, I don't want to talk about the Prisma 2 all day. Moving on, special agents. We got agents, we got master agents, we got FBI up in this knocking at my door. We got everything, man. But the shadow web agents, one thing I want you guys to know is that they are on the rise up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, finally, rejoice. Finally, they are profitable. But wait, they're not profitable yet. They've just started going up in price, which is a good thing. Finally, we see the lifetime, and this lifetime graph just looks depressing. Just you know, we see these little spikes and everything, just giving it a little bit of hope. But again, these are not where the price stands today. So this is pretty much irrelevant until around like around the April point right here, where it really reaches a low of under $10, but then starts going up and finally comes back over the point of $10, which means it is going back up, and we'll see this thing hopefully in the summer get some good you know what I'm saying, prices on it, and hopefully this is a good investment because I got a lot of these agents in my inventory from Shadow Web. So the only thing that could stop this from going up right now, because it's at the starting point of it going up, right? The only thing that could slow this down is if CSGO drops another operation, which they could very well do by the summertime or very shortly, but we never know though, right? That's just a speculation. But if they do, or if they drop another collection of agents, whatever, blah blah blah, these will probably go down, like I said in the previous Market Watch videos, if they just release more of these, or like I said with the Shadow Web, going back to the Shadow Web real quick, if they re-release the shattered web in a next collection, or they release the collection of like the shattered web, like the Norse, the canals, like all that stuff, they re-release that, then the prices of those specific skins in those collections will go down, including probably the agents going down as well if they reintroduce a bunch of agents and stuff. But it's speculative as well. These are always probably going to be hard. The agents are hard to really like figure out if they're gonna go up or down, because they're a new element into the game. This game never had agents before. It's always had skins, crates, and that's basically it, as well as the addition of sticker capsules and now music packs and all that stuff. But really, some music packs, I don't even know if they're profitable. Hey, I might make a video about the most profitable music packs. Oh shoot. Anyway, what I was saying is these agents are they're an investment, but they're not a certain investment where you actually want to spend all of what you have and invest it into agents, because they're still speculative. You don't never know if they're gonna go up or down next. But as we see here, Special Agent Ava is on the rise. As long as no random update, as long as no nothing like that happens, I think these will keep going up steadily and slowly. Hopefully reach a better price point during the summertime, right? Because I have a lot of these in my inventory that I am trying to sell off. But we'll just have to see what Steam, what Valve, and what Gaben is going to do with the whole agent thing, if he's going to release more or if he's just going to keep these ones for a longer time. Because if these ones get kept throughout the whole summer, these are just going to rise during the summer. So I'd say that Special Agent Ava we're using as an example here. Any agent could be a good short to mid-term or long-term investment, but again, agents are very iffy with agents, because they're a new addition into the game and you never really know. But that being said, moving on to OG case right here, ladies and gentlemen, Operation Bravo case, container series number 3. Okay, this is one of the first cases Counter-Strike Global Offensive actually came out with in the game, and it's one of my favorite ones because it has the AK-47 Fire Serpent, which is like my favorite AK-47 skin. I have a stat track Water Elemental P2000, I think it's called, that one day I'm hoping I'm gonna use that as a trade up and get the stat track AK-47 Fire Serpent. But that's besides the point of this whole video. Operation Bravo case, is it a good investment? Yes, no, maybe so. I say yes. Looking at the weekly graph, can't really tell you much, so let's look at the monthly graph right here. Okay, we see a rise up, and then the start of May we actually see a sudden decline. It's a little bit of stagnation. But looking at the lifetime graph, these kind of Bravo cases have a kind of weird pattern to go excuse me, these Bravo cases have a weird pattern that go with it. It just goes up and then down, and then up and then down, into a point of stagnation, then up and then down, and then up and then down, and then up and then down, and then you could only guess what's next, right? It's probably going to go up, because this being one of the first cases in the game, it is also one of the rarest cases in the game. When's the last time you've seen a Bravo drop or a weapon case drop? Like, never, dude. I've never seen that. I don't even know if it's possible. It probably is, but very low percentage of it actually happening. But as you see, 462 on sale, starting at 36.31 Canadian, and they've only been going up. As you see monthly, they've only been going up yearly and all of that, right? So these are a good investment. I say these are a good investment if you have enough, right? Because there are the more pricey things. Hey man, lamb sauce number 3. What up, what up, what up? We chilling out here, you know what I'm saying? We just doing a little video for the YouTubes and all that. But yes sir, this Operation Bravo, back to the point, Operation Bravo case, I think it is a good investment, more mid to long term, because short term it might not be a good investment. As looking at the graph, it takes a little bit of time for it to go up and then it go down and then it go up and then it go down. So personally, I catch this at the down point, which is about that 33, 32 kind of dollar point where they're trying to request to buy at, is where I'd buy this case, and then I'd keep it until these sell out and it goes back to the 40 point, because it passed that threshold right before May, right before this month started. It actually passed the threshold of $40, which it has never done before. That's the highest Operation Bravo has ever been. So I would invest in these before they're completely off the market or off the shelf by itself, because these are some pretty rare cases. Moving on to the identical brother of the Operation Bravo case, we got the CSGO weapon case. Now this was officially the first case that Counter-Strike Global Offensive ever came out with. Container series #1, including the Op Lightning Strike. Hey, one day I used to have this skin, man, and then I don't really know what happened to it. I think I sold it for like $50 back in the day. Well, that's how much it was worth. But anyway, 256. So there's even less. There's like 2 times less of these in the Operation Bravo case, right? And they're cheaper. Probably being because the Operation Bravo has cooler weapon skins like the Fire Serpent. This one only really has the Lightning Strike, and that's it. That being component to that case is all it really has. It's a Lightning Strike and the case hardened. How could I forget? The case hardened, AK-47 case hardened. You could get a blue jump case hardened worth like $2,000 from this case. I'm not even lying. But anyway, back to the price analysis. You see this one going up like heavily. This one didn't really have the same as Bravo case, kind of the graph the Bravo case kind of did, where it was going up and down and up and down and up and down. This one has just been really stagnant for a long time, until recently, like last year this time was when it spiked up from its $10 to $12 to $13 all the way to the $20, and then went down and then up and then went down and then up and went down and then up to 33, which is actually the highest the weapon case has ever been. So I wouldn't buy it now. I'd probably buy it at around like this $30, 28 something. I'm trying to find that kind of price point for it, because right now it's at a high, and you never really want to buy something at a high. You always, if you're trying to resell it, you always want to buy it at a low if you're trying to resell it, unless you're doing a long-term investment. But then again, I'd like to say the CSGO Bravo and weapon case, so both of these cases are good short, mid, and long term as investments. And that is that. Moving on to the Operation Wildfire case. What the heck? Operation Wildfire? Damn, I forgot this was a case. Container series number 112, Operation Wildfire case. Okay, we got 100,000 of these for sale, starting at $20.20. Now, these cases are a lot more minimal. You know, we just got finished with like Agents and Operation Bravo, and then weapon case, which are all pretty expensive compared to what we're about to look at, which is the Operation Wildfire case being only a 20-cent case. So this could be a good investment for those of you who aren't trying to really ball out, or aren't trying to spend so much in one case, or you know, stuff like that, when you can invest all that into a bunch of the same case and wait for that to go up and make a profit as well. There's multiple ways of doing it, but anyway, we can look at the lifetime graph here. Now, Operation Wildfire, it's not like you know, it's not like a wildfire. It's not like up there with like a lot of these investments, but I will say that it has kind of been on the rise, because as you see here, it's always been like 3 to 5 cent skin until October last year, when it hit the 10-cent mark. And when it hit that mark, January, it hit the 50-cent mark. After January, a couple months passed, it hit the 20-cent mark, right? Now it kind of went down, and there's less hype, and it kind of died down back to the 15-cent mark. But as you see, people are buying it and people are selling them at the 20 cent mark now. So just a little thing that I seen going on with the Operation Wildfire, because I was seeing a couple people asking if they should invest into this, and I say, yeah, dude, go ahead, but it's not a short term or a mid-term. I think this case is more so of a long-term investment. Like, it's actually going to take quite a little bit of time before it actually goes to it's going to take quite a bit of time before we see a massive price gap from what it is to where it will be. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take quite a bit of time for the price to rise for this Operation Wildfire case, but that does not mean it's a bad investment. That just means it's a good long-term investment. Moving on to the twin of the Operation Wildfire case. Not really though, but they price do look alike, so I'm just gonna compare them. Right now, as correlation, we got the glove case. We got the glove case, container series 179. Okay. Personally, the history of me and the glove case isn't good. Every time I open these, I always wanted the gloves, but I never got the gloves, and instead always got a blue. I think there was one point I opened like 30 of these, and all 30 in a row just blues. Like, I swear to God, all 30 of these in a row were blue. I wish I still had the video footage, but I went back to my edits and then I couldn't find the video, so I was pretty disappointed. Me losing the video and losing like $200 something from that case opening, but that's besides the damn point. I keep getting on into like stories of these items and cases before I even get to my analysis part. I gotta kind of stop doing that shit. But anyway, glove case, container series 179, 200,000 quantity for sale, starting at 27 cents. Okay, a bit more quantity than Wildfire, but we see a rise here. Another one of those items that started to go up after April, and at the start of May it started going up. One of these items, hey man, honestly, as you see here, September last year was 10 cents. Before that, it was always like a 3 cents, 5 cent skin. So 10 cents, you know what I'm saying? And then after September, it hit January, 20 cents. Okay, we see the rise, March, it was actually at 34 cents as a high. All of April, it's just been chilling around this 20 cent area. But as I'm speaking right now, we actually see the price going up. 27, 28, 29, 30, around that, area. So this is definitely a good mid to long-term investment. More so another long-term investment, again, just like the Operation Wildfire, but I speculate that this one is probably going to rise a bit quicker. And that has been that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for watching thank you for watching this CSGO Market Watch. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitch. All of this footage right now that you are watching is actually coming from Twitch TV, a live stream. Yes sir, I'm gonna take it from the live stream, cut it up, edit it out, and put it back on YouTube. If you guys want to catch me doing more live content like that, I'll be doing my videos and a bunch of other content on Twitch, so make sure to follow that. The link will be in the description. But without further ado, I'll see you soon. Peace.